listening to Keith Passes Curtain Call.
Hey, this is Keith, and we are live and back here at the Chita Rivera Awards, the nominees reception. So I'm looking forward to getting to talk to some of the most fabulous dancing working people on the Broadway. It's going to be great too because the show is going to be hosted by BEBE NEUWIRTH, which means that if I get my cards and play it right, I'll get a chance to sit with her and have a moment. Jonathan Groff is going to possibly be here as well. So there's going to be a lot of really great names that are going to be passing through that I'm going to get the chance to do my thing in spite of people doing what they're doing as well.
Ooh, you are listening to Keith Passes Curtain Call.
We are at the nominee reception for the Chita Rivera Awards here at Bond 45, and I'm here with, I should say, Mr. Chita Rivera Award man, but
no, please.
But you are
Joe.
It's just
Lanteri,
Joe Lanteri,
yes.
Who is one of the. Well, you began this process. You kind of came into the Chita Rivera Awards kind of after the fact, but you've been.
I've
part
been
of this
integral
from the,
with this.
from,
I'm very close to Chita for quite some time.
Years.
And Chita's been very supportive of the work that I've been doing with my New York City Dance Alliance Foundation, which supports young dancers. And Chita's always had a love of young talent and nurturing young talent. And so that support has more or less got me to this place. Because, yes, it's true. When the Chitas were launched, I chose not to be involved. And then within a year, they reached out to me and said, please come on board. Yes. And so I did.
But you're here. And it's wonderful because, again, one of the things that I always talk about with other people is that I love to see how the layers of the next generations are getting built. And you are definitely a part of that process. And now having something like the Chita Rivera Awards to honor folks that are out there doing that work that, they worked really hard to get to do, but a lot of them have come through programs just like yours.
Yes.
So how does it feel to see all of this celebration of dance the way it is?
Incredibly rewarding. It's an honor to know that Chita has trusted in me and has entrusted me more or less to keep her legacy alive. Right. But I do believe that's something we do collectively.
Yeah.
Every time we gather, we are keeping her spirit alive.
Yes.
It is still unusual to me that she's not here today.
I know.
I expect her to walk in and have a seat.
I know.
But that's not. But she's here. She is. Her presence can be felt.
It's so wild because, again, everybody has their own stories about their relationships and moments with her. And, mine were very early on when I first moved to New York, like 30 years ago, and meeting her for the first time when I wasn't doing anything like this, and I was just like this scrappy New York actor coming here. She made you feel incredibly special, right?
Yes. And she made you feel seen, and she made you feel like you mattered. That's the secret of Chita Rivera.
It's like I'm going to find the picture. I'm going to find the picture that I took with her the night that we first met, and you will see in the moment when she pulled.
Yeah. That's Chita.
That was her, and
I love that story.
And every opportunity that I've had since that time, and of course since doing this kind of thing, it's meeting her was just added the bonus. It's like you don't remember this, but there was a time when she's just like, oh, you're so sweet,
right? And
so we had a great time. And so again, this awards. I love to cover this awards ceremony every year, and I love getting to have, I see you from time to time passing through, but I love that we get a moment to have this collective get together.
Well. And it's important. We are all part of the same community. We should continue to celebrate each other. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the time.
Was it dun dun dun?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yep.
All right. I'm embarrassing myself.
You got it.
All right. Here we are at the Chita Rivera Award nominees reception here at Bond 45, and I'm here with Kevin CSOLAK.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh my God! First of all, he's in Gypsy with Audra McDonald. He's in that Gypsy, the one everyone's talking about. First of all, what is it like for you right now? Because you've been acting and dancing and singing for quite a minute now, and here you are now being nominated for your dancing. How does this feel?
It feels incredible. I think I keep saying I came into consciousness in this world as a dancer because my mom owns a performing arts center in New Jersey. So, and both my older brothers dance. My older brother Kurt is in Gatsby right now. So I think like kind of coming into the world, I think dancer first, as some people say. I think to be recognized by this community, it warms my heart. Just to be related to Chita in some way, and all these incredible performers and choreographers that I look up to, and I've been looking up to, and I get to run into on the street. It's a blessing.
Well, I mean, but now for you though, it's like I didn't know about your brother. But this is even better. It's sort of like, so it's a family affair. Dance is a part of the family.
Yeah.
It's like, how proud are your parents right now with both of y'all on Broadway? That's kind of hot.
They're so proud. My mom, if she could, she would see both of our shows every day for the rest of eternity. She's always trying. Any gift, it's actually kind of easy because any gift, any Mother's Day, birthday, it's just a ticket to one of our shows because she just wants to come back.
What is she going to do this time? Because she's got 2 shows.
She's done a 2-show day.
But
she's done a 2-show day. No, she's done it. She's come to my matinee and then his night show. So maybe she'll go to his night show and my matinee this time.
Look at that.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. So again, now for you being a part of this dance world, you're getting this experience. This seemingly it feels like this is your debut with a major role on Broadway.
This is my first principal role on Broadway. Yeah.
Like. Man, and the show that you're in, like
no, I honestly can't think about it too much, or I'll start to freak out. But it's to have this be my debut principal role, and I have my own moment in Audra Gypsy, which is a titan of a show with titans of Broadway. The most Tony nominated performer on Broadway, Miss Audra McDonald.
11 nominations.
Yeah, so to be
6 awards.
Okay, and then you have Danny Burstein. Like I think it's and you have Joy Woods and Jordan Tyson. Like I think to have my own little nook in that huge, beautiful canvas of a painting. It's just a blessing that I think I understand the level of it right now. But I think as I get older and I look back on this experience, I'm going to be like, oh, you had no idea. But I'm trying to really just take every day and just really put my whole heart into it.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best. And you get to work with Danny Burstein, who is one of my absolute favorite people in the world.
He's
as well.
A joy.
I can only imagine. You have to sit at his feet and get every story that you can from him.
Yes, I'm trying every day.
She's got some good stories, I'm sure. But Danny.
Yes, but Danny, he's a little goofball. He's a little goofball.
Oh, wow. God, man, this is so good for you. Thank you so much for taking time with me.
This
is going to be fun. We got more stuff coming on, and I'm looking forward to whatever's going to happen after this.
Thank you so much. It's great to meet you.
Such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Everybody, check us out. How you doing? We are here at the Chita Rivera Awards nominees reception, and baby, let me just tell you, when they tell me that I'm going to get to talk to these people, I'm never really prepared, but I was ready for this girl. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you, first of all, in her Broadway debut, Tony nomination, Chita Rivera Award nomination, Drama Desk as well, too. Honey, Sister Girl is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Jasmine Amy Rogers is here from Boop.
Hi.
Tip-topping and dancing. Them commercials is killing me.
Oh.
Where I want to be. Yes, you are, girl. How does this feel? Like, I mean, honestly, you really are where you want to be.
Thank you. I am. I feel incredible. I'm like living my dream every day. It feels surreal and crazy. And it's so exciting. I'm just happy to be here.
Well, I mean, happy to be here, but let's face it, girl. You are tip-tapping and dancing for your life in that show.
Thank you.
I was like, and I love a tap dance number, but dang, girl.
I know, right out the gate.
Bam. But how fabulous, because that means, first of all, this role feels like it was meant for you.
Thank you.
It really does.
It feels that way to me as well.
Like, and as everybody always says, like in this business, what's meant for you is meant for you.
Yes.
Girl. I don't know who your understudy is, but it ain't about her.
Oh my God, she's amazing. Let me tell you about her. She can dance.
Okay.
Miss Victoria Bird, she can dance, she can sing. That is a triple threat right there as well.
But you, my dear, this is your time though.
Thank you.
And it is wonderful again because we don't get to see a lot of us dipping and doing the way that you're doing
and doing it joyously too.
Yes, ma'am. And in something that is joyous and fun and not downtrodden with a lot of stuff. How does that feel for your debut, girl?
It's like the greatest honor of my life. I mean, the fact that I'm getting to do this and it's such an iconic character and I'm getting to be just happen to be Black while doing it, and there's no trauma, there's no sadness. It's just like all the celebratory pieces of us and singing, some jazz in there. It means everything to me.
Yeah.
I'm sharing theater with certain people who've never seen theater before.
And you,
amazing.
and can I just say that you are in the position right now to be that inspiration to some kid that's going to be sitting in that audience going, I don't know what I would love to do, but one day, and they're going to look up and they're going to see you up there just dancing for your life, and they're going to want to do that. And for someone like me who is of a certain age,
looking good though, black don't cry.
we don't but it's the infrastructure, like Wanda Sykes says. Don't ask me about my knees, girl.
Right.
But the idea, though, that you are in that position, are you taking that seriously?
I am. It's a lot, obviously, and it can be heavy. But I'm not. What's good about it is because what I'm getting to do is so joyous. I don't carry it with there's no darkness or heaviness to it in that way. It's just the fact that I got here because I was in the right place at the right time. I worked for what I wanted, and it was right for me. And I truly believe that I've just been given an opportunity and a gift to share.
Yep.
And so if I can just do that, that's all that matters. Just doing the work and being true to myself, it doesn't feel too heavy.
Right.
It's just I always believe the universe has a plan, and this is just what I was meant to be doing.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's a great honor. I wouldn't say it's like it can be a little scary to be looked at that way, but it's more so than anything an honor to be somebody that people look up to in that way.
Let me tell you something, honey. I am going to be celebrating you,
Thank
no
you.
matter what happens in the race, as they say, to
Right.
the big finish. But you are in a space right now where people are seeing you. You're in a space where people are seeing your talent, and it's undeniable. So I want you to continue doing whatever it is you're doing. You have now, like I say to all of my young black divas that I meet on the Broadway, you now have a new gunkle that's going to be watching you. Like the same thing I told Haley Kilgore way back when. Don't let me see you tripping and showing out on the street someplace.
Never, not
because I will find you and I'm gonna call your mama.
And she gonna come get me too. She'll be right there.
Right there. I'm gonna get, girl, she's right here, girl.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna get
gosh.
you. So please continue to just be this really bright star that I see, and I hope that there's more wonderful things coming from you. There has to be. There just has to be. So.
I'm just happy. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
Jasmine Amy Rogers, honey, Tony Award nominee.
This is Curtain Call.
Here at the Chita Rivera Awards, the nominees reception at Vaughn 45, and I am now sitting here with celebrated choreographer / director, because they, honey, they're doing it for themselves now. They're not messing around. I am so thrilled to present Mr. Christopher Gattelli. This man, y'all, is nominated right now for a Tony for his work at Death Becomes Her, which I love.
Thank you.
There's no promotion for real. Seriously, I've been so thrilled with the stuff that's been on Broadway, and that show is one of my favorites as well. Congratulations on all of that. But here you are, Mr. Director Choreographer.
That's exciting.
This is? I'm trying to think because you've done another show that you choreographed and directed. No, you choreographed. You did SpongeBob.
I choreographed SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, and also Newsies.
Yep.
And again, that's why I said you were jumping around for points.
That's probably it.
Ooh, child. It's like, the thing I find so fascinating, though, is that all of you guys now have this wonderful individual style that I love watching and seeing. And it's been fun watching the evolution for you from just being a choreographer. Well, I mean, dancer first, actor first, and then choreographer, and now director. What skills are you using now to manage your direction? Because, being a choreographer is one thing, and being a director is also something else.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely a whole other level of like focus and concentration but I always I've felt and I've been directing like little things here and there regionally or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I always say like I've been co-pilot to the best captains in this industry. I mean I've been sitting next to the best directors since the beginning of my career, and I couldn't have had any better training than just like being in the room with these like titans of theater and like watching and that's, I think, I feel so grateful for my path because, when you're sitting in a room with Bart Shear or Tina Landau or Michael Mayer or Michael Greif or Joe Mantello, like to watch, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow.
You're watching them all do their thing, but they all do it differently. So I'd be like a fly on the wall watching, like, wow, that resonates. Oh, that's tricky. Oh, interesting choice. Oh, wow. So it's been really amazing to like have that as that was my school. It was like being in a room with these brilliant directors. So and that's why I'm excited that this show was my Broadway debut, because it felt like everything that I've accumulated over the years, whether it was the comedy or whether it was the drama or whether it was the scale and scope that I learned at Lincoln Center, like all of these things that have just accumulated. When I was offered this, I was like, oh, well, this is like, it couldn't have been any better, or I couldn't be more proud.
You know what's so funny? It goes back to what I just said to Jasmine Rogers, is that what is honestly meant for you is meant for you. And everything that you've done up until this point led you to have this moment. So this is supposed to be you. And we're looking around, we see all these other choreographers walking around here, but this was meant for you. And so congratulations on all of that.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at the awards and talking to you more.
Yes.
I hope we get a chance to sit down and have a longer interview.
Would love that. Whenever.
Because you are just divine. Divine.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. It's so lovely to see you.
You too.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Chita Rivera Awards, the nominees reception, and I am now sitting here with one of the nominees.
Hey, ooh, that sounds so pretty. I love it.
Monsieur Ricky Tripp. Mr. Tripp is nominated for Wonderful World, the Louis Armstrong story. That starred one of my friends, Mr. James Monroe Iglehart.
Yeah, congratulations to him on
Yes,
his
Tony nomination.
Yeah.
You know, James T. Lane, who
That's
also
right.
I love him.
Baby.
That's the triple threat for real,
That
for
one.
real.
Yeah, if you ever known one, that is one.
That
for
is
sure.
true one.
Yeah.
And you, Mr. Man,
Hey.
what is this like for you? All the work and time you put into being on the stage, and here you are now. And with the Chita Rivera Award, meaning they are looking at your dance.
That's right. Exactly that. It's a honor and a privilege to be acknowledged by the community. Period. Because these are people that I've worked with for the last 20 years, and I will be working with for another plus 20 years. You know what I mean? Right. So it's nice to be recognized and acknowledged by those who say, "Yo, we see you. We see you out here in these streets."
Yes,
it's appreciative for 1,000%.
And again, it's everybody goes on about diversity and all this other stuff, but it's like seeing you doing what you're doing is not only is it political because
yes, it goes without saying,
it's political, but at the same time inspirational as well. Because as I said to Jasmine Rogers earlier, it's like y'all got folks sitting in that theater that have never seen a Broadway show, that have never seen the energy that a Broadway show can give to them, and then to see your work being a part of that can change how people are. I mean, it can change how they think.
It's transformative.
Yeah.
Art is that, right? Yeah.
And here you are up here tip-tapping and dancing and carrying on for days. Y'all be between my knees and shins just watching y'all. I can't.
Yeah.
Y'all be killing me, but
but
it's a joy to watch.
It is.
It's a joy to watch. And it must be even a joy to do as well.
It was. Sometimes you don't recognize it because the moment can feel so stressful because it's all the pressure that it has to put, the New York audience, y'all don't play.
Yes.
We don't, I'm including myself in that. We don't play. And so you got to show up and show out. And, and as Black folks, we don't know if we're going to get this opportunity yet again. So I have
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I
Thank
don't
you
play.
for saying that.
Yeah, of course.
Thank
You know what I mean? And so I know that it's like, not only two eyes on me, like there's 4 to 6 pair of eyes on me.
Exactly.
So I have to represent, and it's a lot.
And to me, that's always makes it harder because all you want to do is dance. So
That's
all you
right.
want to do is
create.
choreograph and create. And to have the added pressure of knowing that if this doesn't work, not only do you lock yourself out of whatever's next, you might lock a whole bunch of people behind you.
You're right.
And
That's
so
true.
it is incumbent upon us to be, as our mamas have always told us, you always have to be better than the other. You got to work a little bit harder than the next person. And it's nice to see it pay off.
Thank you.
To see it pay off.
Thank you. I appreciate
So
that.
very, 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 very big congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate
and I can't wait to see what else you got coming.
Me
Now
too. Yeah.
Because you know what?
I would be surprised if the hustle is real.
The hustle is real.
Yeah, I got that title. Now what?
Now what? Now you got to show
Yeah,
up.
now I got to show up. Right,
You
that's
gotta show
right.
up, and,
So,
and you're doing it.
yeah, I will. I'm
And
a vessel in these streets. I have no choice but to show up.
I
So,
love that. I love that. Oh my God. Well, this is a trip.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky
Hey,
Tripp,
thank you.
nominated right now for the Chita Rivera Award for Best Choreography.
Come on.
That's crazy. Isn't
Yeah.
that awesome, though?
It is
Awesome.
really awesome.
Have you ever met Chita?
No. Oh, just look, I was about to lie to you.
Okay.
Yes, I did. She came to a performance of In the Heights that I wasn't in at that time, but I was able to meet her afterwards. And she gave me a good hug. She's like, "Ooh, honey, your body is tight. I know that body's tight." I'll never forget it. Thank you, Chita. It's still tight, but it's a little similar, yeah.
It's been through some things. Yeah. Oh my God, Ricky Tripp.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this time. I appreciate it. Thank you all.
The press junket for the Chita Rivera Awards and nominees reception. And I'm now sitting here with DeWitt Fleming Jr. We just had a moment with Ricky. These two, honey, have them children tip-tapping for their lives over at Wonderful World. I hit a nerve, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Because I'm telling you, these kids they weren't messing around over yonder, honey. He had these children, they were working themselves out. And I love that because, again, we don't get to see that often.
It's very important.
You know?
Yeah. You know, and Ricky and I had so many conversations about that. You know, it's so much bigger than us. You know, to be able to tell the story through Black culture, through Black history, through Black music, through Black dance, and so many different styles and all of the brilliance that it has been over all of these years. I mean, we had to do it right.
Yep.
We had to.
Well, you have no choice. And as I was saying to Ricky before, is that we do not get the luxury of falling up and messing up and starting over. Like, we have to come out correct from the jump. And how much pressure is that for you, though?
You know, it is pressure because, you know, I've been doing this all my life. You know, I've been studying this all my life. And like you say, you don't get opportunities like this. And so when you do get an opportunity, it's a lot of pressure to make sure that you're representing all those people that have come before you and have tried to do this and weren't able for whatever reason, you know. So it's pressure. It's pressure, but it's still at the same time, it's so exciting, and we were so honored to be able to do this and put this out here and let everyone see the brilliance of our culture and our art.
Like I was telling Ricky, it's like the fact that you guys are doing what you're doing already makes it political.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you're doing it also makes it inspirational.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate that from both places.
Well, I appreciate you recognizing that.
Get up there and keep. I mean, I was telling somebody, the exterior looks great, but don't mess with my knees and don't mess with my shin, because y'all, I can't with y'all. That's all I can say. Give me a nice smooth move. I can do that.
I got you.
But don't jump me around.
And you saw James. We had James getting down.
James is actually my role model.
Yeah.
But again, my knees are older than him, so.
All right, I give you that.
But I love that though. So
yeah.
Keep doing it. I can't wait to see what's coming next week.
Thank you.
All right?
I appreciate it.
Ladies
Thank
and gentlemen,
you so
DeWitt Fleming Jr. Voila. Thank you so much. Rivera Awards, the nominees reception, and I am now speaking to, I don't know how to say this without sounding weird, but you have been somebody in my entire New York life that I have been so lucky enough to have met you when I was just some weird, comedian actor trying to have a moment, to the part of having been on radio and to now doing the things that I'm doing, and you have always been so nice to me.
Oh,
and I just
you make that very easy. Not everybody does.
But it's always so weird because I always feel like, when I meet folks like you or have interactions with folks like you, I have to always remember that I am me, and I'm a lot. And I always have to dial it back because I don't ever want you to be scared of me.
No,
but you've been so kind to me, and here we are now at the Chita Rivera Awards, and I know that Chita has been a huge influence on you.
Yeah.
And to be here now, a couple of her great roles. You know, thanks to her. Hello.
It's true. You know, and not just me. Think of all the dancers who have played Anita in West Side Story. All the dancers who have played Velma in Chicago. All the dancers who have done Broadway Birdie.
Yeah.
I mean, she created these incredible, iconic roles, and she and these are great roles. These are not. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is that these are really rich roles. They're not surface. Oh, you sing this and you kick your leg up high, and then you get a laugh and it's over. There's really substance
Velma,
to them, and I think that speaks to who Chita was as a person. The depth of her.
Well, and she was able to bring that into everything that she's ever been able to do.
Yes.
That's the best part. That's the best part. But again, you know, we're celebrating this, and it feels weird again. It's like the second year now for me doing this, knowing that she's not here. And it's interesting to see the legacy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people that get to work with her and have done all those things with her don't recognize now that she's gone. They're seeing the impact of what she's done. Like I was talking to DeWitt and to Ricky Tripp about how it's so important when you're able to be that representative for a group, for a culture, when all you're doing is just doing what you love to do. You know, Chita Rivera was an influence to lots of dancers, of course, but also too, like for the Latin American folks, she was a beacon, especially during the time when she was coming out and doing her thing. She was a beacon, and so it's wonderful to see the impact, and the legacy, and the you know, like I told them, it's like them being there is already political on its own.
Yes, just showing up.
Just showing up is political on their own, but then to show up and show out, makes it such a joy to watch.
That's right.
So, and
think of all the lost years when we didn't get to, as an audience and as a society, have that.
Yeah. And now it's almost, I feel like we're taking it for granted sometimes, just a little bit.
Well, not right now. We're clinging to it, hanging on to it,
our arts,
baby.
Hanging on to the arts.
Oh my gosh, because art heals us, as a great man once said, and also art is activism. Art is a way to make a statement. It's a way of telling the truth of what we see around us.
Right. And make sense of it, or trying to make sense of it. Especially as a comedian, I know that's trying to make sense of it and make it funny. You know?
Right, and the key to that is finding the truth. And that's what artists do. They find the truth. If you're a poet, if you're a painter. I remember there was I'll say it. On the 11th of September in 2001, I remember looking out my window at the devastation and thinking and feeling and not being able to make sense of what I was thinking and feeling, and thinking, I need a poet
to speak to me.
I need a poet to be able to put down in words, and I could read those words and I would be able to make sense of what I'm feeling, because only a poet, and I say poet, but because in that day it was a poet, but that's the role of artists, is to make sense of the world, find the truth of what's happening, and tell the rest of us, tell our stories, tell the truth, make it so that life is understood by the rest of us.
And somewhat palpable.
And somewhat palpable, if at all possible. No, Albert Camus said, without art, life would, what did he say? Without art, life would make no sense. Something like that.
Yeah.
I have it written down somewhere. I do.
I'll look it up later, and then I'll scroll it across the thing. That's what we'll do. I love it. Well, Ms. BB, again, thank you so much for, spending the time right now with me, and thank you for also being a part of my New York history, in which I'm just thank you.
Well,
I don't want to
cry. Part of
cry.
my New York history. It works both ways. You know, like I said to you, not everybody makes it. You know, I said you make it easy. Not everybody does, and it's really nice to remember every once in a while you get to talk to somebody who's actually kind and open and available, makes contact, asks smart questions, all that. So thank you. He's the man.
I'm a wreck, Kiara. I'm a wreck now. I can go home. I'm going to have a glass of wine now and go home because BB Neuwirth has done this for me.
And I'm
Thank
going
you
to go
so
feed
much.
my cats.
Miss BB,
Always a pleasure.
always a pleasure. What do you have coming up that I need to be paying attention to?
Oh, I don't know. I just finished my run in cabaret.
Yes.
And now I'm just catching my breath and hoping somebody else offers me another job in the theater.
In the theater. You don't want to do anything?
I don't want to do any more television. No. I'll be a guest on somebody's show, but I don't want to do any more television. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. It doesn't suit me. I'm much better at being in the theater. I started on stage when I was like 6 years old. Yeah. I'm a dancer. That's a visceral experience.
God,
I don't feel like myself when I'm doing a television show.
Wow.
I can do it, but it doesn't feel like
me. It doesn't
me.
feel right.
When I get on stage, I go, oh, okay, now I can breathe.
I so get that. It's like, give me a microphone and let me just say whatever's on my mind, and I'm there. I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Miss BB, girl.
All right.
I'm going to put it together. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-time Tony Award winner, 2-time Emmy Award winning, and my friend in my head. Here we are at the Chita Rivera Awards nominees, the reception, and I'm sitting here now with someone who's become he's been a friend of the front of the house. We loved him when he was working every day over at Elf, and now you can see him tip-tapping his life away over at Boop.
I'm not in Boop.
I'm sorry.
I'm in Smash, and we don't tap dance.
No, but you're giving me fierce. I had you backwards. You're giving me, because we're all on the same block.
I know, we are. We literally are.
Right before, I swear to God, I knew it was Smash. I swear. But these kids, let me tell you something. Between Smash with Joshua Bagaz and GATTELLI over at
Death Becomes Her.
Honey, these children, and Mr. Jerry Herman and that damn boot.
Jerry Mitchell.
Jerry Herman. Listen to me, I'm old.
It's getting late.
It's late and I want more wine.
I've had one too many.
I know, right? And it's going nowhere. But this young man, first of all, adorable. Secondly, we had such a good time getting to know him over at Elf, and now I'm so thrilled to watch him having a wonderful turn at Smash, and he just got to meet one of his idols, Jay Savage. Come on now,
I met BB Neuwirth. It was so cool. When I get really excited, I just start laughing, and I was like, "Hi!" And she's like, "Why are you laughing?" And I was like, "Because I'm so awestruck." She was like, "Okay," and I was like,
Wasn't that the best though?
I can't wait to send that picture to my mom.
So great.
Oh
so
my
Jay,
God.
baby, honey, Boobala, you've been dancing, you're ensembling, you're making things happen. You're having a good time at Smash?
Oh my God, we're having the best time. It's such a great group of people, and the choreography is just so good.
It's so good. And let's face it, that show, I don't care what anybody's saying, that show was hilarious. I had the best time.
What are people saying?
People, they're mixed. The reviews is mixed.
Well,
we don't listen to them.
It's fun. It's such a fun show. It's a great show. It's a very great show. It's very well written, and it's very well performed and well cast, and it's... And I think
Brooks, Ashmanskas.
Oh my God, who's incredible! And Robin Herder, unfreaking real. The performances she's giving every day.
But I love it because you kids are singing and dancing for points in this show. It's not, for those who for those of you who have your preconceived notions or you remember the TV show. This is all a mix and an amalgam of all of that fabulousness in a Broadway show, and I have to tell you. You guys are having a good time.
Thanks. We are having so much fun. It's not the TV show. It never purports to be the TV show. It's just
little elements.
The women we love, and there is a lot of callbacks to the show that I think people aren't even aware of. Like the whole concept of we don't want to end the show with Ivy Lynn naked and dead on a bed becomes such a plot point at the end of season 1. I just watched Smash for the first time. I would know. So this whole concept, we can't end the show that way or it won't be successful, which is how the first preview of Bombshell in the TV show went. So that's how they ended up writing Don't Forget Me. So they're trying to avoid that the whole time. There's so many references in the costumes, like Krista, who plays the Deborah Messing character, but is different, wears a bunch of scarves, and all of the music there, and all the music is diegetic, meaning we are singing as the actors are singing. It's not like we broke out into song. And there's moments where I think it's so interestingly like parallels the plot that we're telling. And it's just such a fun show, and it's so exciting to go into the show and you're trying to create a musical, and then you're hearing bits and pieces of Bombshell, and you're seeing bits and pieces of it. And so you get to create the show in your mind of what Bombshell really is, as you're hearing about how it's being created and how it's being affected through all of these decisions that are being made. It's just such a fun show. It's the modern Kiss Me Kate.
But I had a wonderful time, and I have to tell people whenever they ask me, it's like, go for fun. Go for the fun. I promise you will have a great time in that show. I don't like to ever say anything bad about shows if I don't care for them, but when I like them, I tell people.
I appreciate that.
Go see Smash. Come hang out with Jane.
Come hang out.
You still got your dolls? What's going on with you?
I am a Barbie collector.
He collects the Barbies.
I collect Barbies. I love 80s and 90s specifically, and I just love them. I have 2 in my dressing room right now. I have 2007, not 2007, maybe 2001, Pretty in Plaid, which was my sister's, and then I just got one of the 3. There's 3 Barbie as Marilyn dolls, and my mom got me Marilyn for opening. A 7-year itch. So I want to do a photo shoot doing the choreography around the doll. That's so stupid. I'm so excited.
And this is why we love Jay. Everybody come see Jay in Smash. Having a great time. Where are you guys at the
The Imperial.
At the Imperial Theater.
110 years old this year?
Perfect. But we're not.
But no, not even close.
My knees feel that way, but I'm not.
No.
I love it. Jay, come on.
Thank you so much.